everybody. Long time no video. I know. I really just have not been doing a lot of crafting, but I do want to show what I did work on. So this is a swap. I'm just gonna hop right into it. It's the What's in Your Purse swap, hosted by Brittanee on the Facebook group Crafty Manipulators. So let's just jump right into this. So we had to make a paper purse, and there were some other guidelines. We'll go through them as we get into it. So for packaging, I just used some of this material that we had. It was already cut, just tied a simple bow. Well, not even a bow, a knot, I should say. But it was a pretty green. I think the other two, it was a group swap. We were in groups of 3. So I think I had some purple and blue, but the green was the closest I had for the third one. So we're just going to get into this. So I packaged it in one of these resealable bags, which I ordered from Amazon, and I'm just not really understanding why they put the glue strip where they did. I don't know. So I feel like it still opens. So one of the things was with the paper purse is that this was going to get real bulky. It's a group swap. How do you send it still in an envelope? So I opted to fold mine flat. And what I will do is I will put everything in it to show you. So mine just unfolds. I just scored lines on the side and on the bottom so that I could fold it up. And then I just made this little chipboard piece, and I just covered it in purple paper to put in the bottom there. And once it has some stuff in it, it'll sit flat. Right now there's just stuff on the, it's kind of front loaded. So this is the purse I made. I actually just made a very simple box construction, and then with my Cricut I cut out this cute little purse shape. I used some purple and blue. I did the whole thing was too, you had to do a theme, and you had to run it through everything that you did. Everything that you make, you wanted to stick with the theme. So we had to make, so I did this cowgirl theme. I thought it was kind of fun, kind of country. What did I use? I used, what paper pack? I used the boho vibes from Hobby Lobby. I think it's a paper studio paper. Yes, it definitely is. And I just used some gold paper. I still got a little cleanup to do on the, some little glue strings and things, especially on this gold, you really see it. So I'm going to go through them all before I finalize. So one of the things we had to make was a tassel, at least 2 inches, which mine is. And I just decorated it with some pearls. I put some gold at the bottom here, gold paper, and some really cute just paper flowers on top. I did make a little pocket on the front here to decorate, little 3D element with the bow, some lace up on the top there, the pearls to give it like a pearl handle. And then I made, just as a little extra, I decorated some of these cute little feather die cuts that I had. I inked the edges in purple, put a little to from on the back, and made some little gift tags. That one I decorated with a pretty little flower collage, some of that green viney stuff, and foam flower, and then some paper flowers. And these are like pearl, they're like flower centers, I think they're called, and I just clip them and just kind of glue them in with some flowers. So I just stuck those in the little pocket I made in the front, and then I just left a plain one that can be altered or decorated any way you want. A little to from on the back of that. Then I decided to make a lot of designer purses. They come with like a little key fob or something, so that's what I was kind of going for there. But I cut it out in gray, and I cut out this profile silhouette of a cowgirl, put princess, just with a tiny little rosebud and another one of those flower centers with our famous Michael beads. And since there was a hole in the end, I actually stuck them right in the hole with a little glue, and that worked out well. So now let's get into what else we needed. Let me just move my little stand back. You see how it kind of wants to tip forward, but once you start putting stuff in it, it stands up straight. So one of the other things we had to make were 2 altered clothespins. We always mix up clothespins and paper clips, so I was making sure I was saying clothespins. So what I did was, these clothespins are just you know, the little fat, short, fat clothespins. I took a X-Acto knife or a craft knife, whatever you want to call it, and I just shaved off the edges to give it, I don't know if that's really showing up on camera, but just to give it like a worn look, a reclaimed barnwood look. And then I just used some Tim Holtz ink on the little foam pads, rubbed it over it, probably vintage photo most likely, because that's one I gravitate towards. This one I just did simple, man, I missed a lot of hot glue. I definitely have to go through these all again. But I just cut out some little feathers from the paper pack, from the paper collection, out of a scrap piece that I had. Had these cute little feathers, I just fussy cut them. A couple little rosebuds and a little pearl, real simple on that one. This one I did the pink and the gray paper flower, little rosebuds, flower centers, and then I just took some twine, just kind of wrapped it around my fingers, tied it off real quick, and hot glued it in behind just for a little lasso kind of look for the cowgirl. And I just put it on the back of a piece of scrap paper that I had that kind of matched. And I just used repositional dots. Cut a piece of scrap pink that I had with some just fancy, the pinking shears, whatever they call those scissors. And just put it on top there, put a little piece of my greenery that I had lying around, made a little topper. So there's one thing. I'm just reaching in because I don't even remember. So this, do I remember? Oh, we also had to do an ATC card, and I believe that's what this is. So I made just this quick little fold over gusseted book, again, just out of a piece of paper I had. I made a gold bow belly band, just again out of a piece of scrap that I had left from the project itself, just to slide over it. I did the bow at an angle, I don't know, just something a little different. And that just slides off. And then my little ATC card is in there. I used the plastic, oh, you know, the trading card holders. I just cut one square out that had the holes on it, that had the tab on it. And I just put that in there, and then we put our information on the back. There was some information we needed to put, where we're from, what were we currently doing other than crafting. Of course, we're probably all sitting there watching YouTube videos. And just a $5 wish. So I just put those foam flowers. Those, you know, these types of foam flowers. I actually kind of like them. It's a different texture of flower. They look really cute. So on this is actually kind of interesting. I'll pop that out. So this is actually fabric in the background. It was like a tie-dyed, salt-dyed, whatever they call that fabric. And I just put it down with some Mod Podge onto a... These are actually playing cards, are the center, and because they were like those casino used playing cards, a lot of times they punch a hole through the center, or they cut the corners off so that they can't be put back into the gameplay by cheaters or what have you. They only play the cards, I guess, so many hands, and then all the cards are taken out so that people, I guess, can't mark them or whatever. So I just used the fact that it had the cut off corners and just kind of went with my, I said that was fine, that would work. I just aligned it with some stickles, which I think is like champagne or something. I just punched these little flowers with a Fisker's punch that I had, these flower punches, layered them. Again, it was just out of little scraps that I had from my construction projects, from the rest of it. I did cut out a silhouette of a cowgirl leaning up against, you know, I guess you can buy those big plywood silhouettes that like lean up against your house or lean up against a tree. So I just put that on. I just printed one off the internet and cut it out with my Cricut. Put a little inspiration banner there, some greenery for the flowers to grow up. She's holding a little rosebud, and then I wanted to put like a starburst behind her, kind of like a sunset kind of situation. So that was that for my ATC card. I do just want to put this in real quick so I can put it back in the, put it all in the purse. Oh, well, I dropped that on the floor. I will pick that up in a second. Next, again, not really sure, but I made these bags out of lunch bag, out of Dollar Tree brown paper sack lunch bags. I just cut it cut flat pieces, folded it up myself to make a little pouch to fit, I think I know what this is, my project in. And then I embossed it real quick, just the light emboss, like a, you know, embossing folder through my die cut machine, just to, you know, give some texture and some flowers. And again, just took some scrap paper, used fancy scissors, threw a piece of lace on there and a cute little gold bow, and that's just enough to give a little something there. And I didn't seal them down, I left enough at the top here so that it could be opened and reused. And, oh, this is, we had to make a holder for Post-it notes, a Post-it note holder. So I cut out, again, it's actually this silhouette in gold of the, you know, cowgirl, there we go. Cut out some flowers, put a little pearl in the center, punched out some flowers, I should say, put a little pearl in the center. I did use a little bit of Velcro, matted it, double matte with the blue, and then this pretty little cream color paper with these little pink flowers. And you just open it up, and now you have Post-it notes. So I thought that came out really cute, was really happy with that. And I did I put poster board on the back just to make that stiffer, so if somebody opens it by that, it's not gonna bend. Let's see if I can get this back in here without much struggle. I never have a problem until I turn on the cameras. Then that's when everything all falls apart. Yeah, had no problem putting this stuff away the other day. There we go, and then that just folds back over, and that can be reused by the recipient. Next thing. Oh, this was we had to do an altered composition book. So I just made this bag. It's actually not a glassine bag. I made it out of tracing paper, actually, because on the glassine bag, because it's got wax over it, you can't really stamp on it. I guess you can emboss them. I don't really like it embossed. I always find it just comes out too messy looking, like wrinkly. I just haven't mastered how to do it. Other people may have. I like that on the tracing paper you still get that clearish look, but you can actually stamp on it. It did take forever for the ink to dry. I mean, I had to leave it for hours for it to finally dry. But I just stamped this cute little male buck deer here and put a little heart above his head, just for something cutesy. And my little stack that I made out of it. And again, I didn't seal it down because then they can all be reused. I just made sure I made them long enough so that they could fold over. And this is a little composition book I made. I used that boho vibes paper on the background. It's the antlers with the little flowers. I die cut just a circle, or an oval, stitched oval. I just out of a wood grain paper I had. Used my Cricut to cut out this deer head. Kind of wanted to make it look mounted on the wall, but not like grotesque looking, not weird. And again, just punched some of these flowers out in the same colors with the little pearls. Then on the back we also had the washi tape. I just put the blue paper on the back, but we had the washi tape with the antlers and the flowers, so that worked out. And I just used pink on the inside and did the exact same thing. Super simple, but I love altering these composition books. And yeah, these little bags came out nice. I was actually really happy with them. And this is some old tracing paper. I bought that back in high school. I think on the package I actually looked for like a copyright date or a manufacturing date, and it was like 1996 or something. So I thought that was kind of funny. I was 16, how cute. And then this, hold on, I have to look to remember what it is. Oh, yep, we had to do altered banner clips, paper clips. So I just used, these are one of those paper bags from Miss Sparkle and Shine, or Miss Sparkle and Co., whatever she's called. Let's see, those are from Joann's, and I had these wood grain ones. Oh, I'm sorry, I was sitting on my foot and it was starting to fall asleep, so I had to adjust myself. Let's see, so yeah, I had these wood grain ones in the colors, and these are just some of those paper flowers. They're pre-cut. You get them, I think they're from Michael's maybe. They come like in a box, and we happen to have these colors, so I just stacked them together. put a gem in the middle, fold it over the top of the bag. Again, did not seal any of the bags so that they could all be reused. Now, you're going to think paper clips. Yeah, paper clips. We had to make 2 for each recipient, but I went big on the paper clips. These are those big giant ones. I think these came from the Dollar Tree. They had like puffballs or something on the end, but you could just slide the puffball off, and we just took those off. And I made these really cute banners. I used the wood grain paper. I just cut, you know, a regular banner shape. And then I used a die in the background, the oval die, stitched oval. And I cut out this really cute horse's head in gold. Again, I like that gold glitter paper. I think that came from Michael's. It was actually in a Christmas glitter pack. But it's not that glitter that comes off. But it's it was like a Christmas glitter pack, but there was gold. So I said this is going to work for my project. Again, just some paper flowers, some of those pearl flower centers, the tiny little rosebuds, and a beauty. I don't know, I was thinking Black Beauty, you know, from like the books. And I just made it real simple. Oh, and you know what I forgot to show? Because I'm a dope. I did decorate the back of the bag. So real quick, I just did lace, beaded trim around my personalized stamp, which again, I just used a die cut oval with my... that same paper pack, the boho vibes, and just put, again, pearls on the handle. Of course, after I started this project, you know what I thought I wanted to do, and I'm like, I'm an idiot. I really should have made, y'all remember, Sophia's purse. She always carried it around with the pearl handle from Golden Girls. I really wish I would have made her wicker square purse that like opens up. I don't know why. It just dawned on me, but that still might come at some point. So I had to make 2 of those banners. Sorry, I got off track there. So again, I just cut a simple banner shape out of that same wood grain paper, which I think this paper is out of the another one of those Hot Buy Michael packs, which was the whiskey barrel. It kind of has like a masculine feel to it. That's why I think we ended up buying a second paper pack of it, because it never seemed to have enough masculine paper. So we always thought that whiskey barrel was nice, but it worked for this theme also. But again, I just cut out another die cut circle. I did a cowgirl boot this time, not a cowboy boot, cowgirl boot. I did the twine again in behind, have that kind of lasso-y look, but with the flower collage and I believe bead there, and that's my paper clips. And I think that was everything. Yeah, so I hit all the requirements. The only extra really were the gift tags. Everything else was requirement. I tried to package nicely. Tried to keep it all folded flat. I put those in wrong. That's why I'm having an issue. Yeah, I wanted it to all fold flat. I just put it in one of these big cellophane bags, which I said before is kind of weird the way they where the glue is on them. I've never had them like that. I feel like the glue is on the wrong side of the bag, but anyway, I'll get over it. Yeah, but see, once I start getting this stuff stacked in here, it actually sits quite nicely, and I just thought it was cute. It was fun. I thought it would be a cute little shelf sitter. But yeah, that's everything, guys. That's what I made. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you like it. I'm gonna, with the fall coming in, it's just in the summertime, I don't do the heat. So in the summertime, it's just kind of, I'm just very lethargic in the summer. So I find that I end up not doing a lot of crafting in the summertime. Take a lot of naps in the summertime in between working. But anyway, that's kind of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like it. Hope you come back for more. There will be more. Definitely check out some old videos. And happy crafting, everybody.